Yesterday, a friend asked me, "Why did you choose Asia and specifically China to live and work?" It was a great question, and to answer it would require a bit of context. A bit after becoming a public high school teacher, I began leading trips with my students to Europe every spring. I did this several years in a row, but the first one was also my initial foray outside the North American continent. I was 40 and had decades of preconceived truths about the way things are where I'm from and the way it is any place overseas. I pictured Europe as this vast network of industrial complexes, everywhere riddled with smog and congestion, perpetual gray skies, people shuffling about wearing layered clothes and going to and from their factory jobs in a never-ending procession of misery. Bland food, everything overpriced, no freedoms or sense of peace. So, in other words, I got everything wrong. My students, thankfully, also got this revelation, and unlike me, right when they needed it. Years passed, and I gradually began thinking that if I was so wrong and had been falsely led to believe these untruths, what about a place that wasn't so connected to America? What about a place that, in many regards, was and is diametrically opposed to it? My formal education included little about China's history, culture, or evolution. As I began to look into it more and more, I was exponentially captivated. It's a history wrought with hardships, conflict, atrocities, and strife, but also one of almost unimaginable accomplishment, creativity, and beauty. While in grad school, I had read Soul Mountain by the acclaimed author Gao Xingjiang, about an epic journey into rural China, and I was mesmerized by the majestic settings and complexity of the characters the protagonist encounters throughout the novel, and also by the writing style itself, not plot-driven like the West, but character-driven. The last passage of that book haunts me to this day. So, there's the context. That, coupled with China being one of the best countries in terms of salary and fringe benefits for foreign teachers, and a midlife crisis in Texas stemmed by monotony, brought me here. And aside from that, real quick, I went to an older part of town today and had dinner at one of the many narrow cafes you see all over China, and they are pure gold. They can offer an array of dishes, but in this one I ordered a typical everyman meal. Shredded pork with green peppers over rice with pork and vegetable dumplings, and it was less than $3 all in, drink included. The entree is $1. $1. I had to bring home leftovers. So I arrived here in 2019 when I was 46 years old. It's not hyperbolic to say that it irreversibly changed my life. The notions I had about China when I was a boy, a young man, like the ones I had about Italy, about Germany, about Spain, about Greece, wrong in the best way possible. But like Xinjiang, I've come to no great epiphany. I don't feel more wise in knowing that I was wrong about much of the world all those years ago. Rather, I feel as though a wide swath of the undiscovered and unrealized has revealed itself. I'll quote Xinjiang himself at the very ending of his famous novel. I don't know where I am at this moment. I don't know where this realm of heaven comes from. I look all around. I don't know that I don't understand anything and still think I know everything. Things just happen behind me, and there's always a mysterious eye, so it is best for me just to pretend that I understand even if I don't. While pretending to understand, I still don't understand. The fact of the matter is, I comprehend nothing. I understand nothing. This is how it is. The point of all this, and feel free to discuss and debate in the comments below, is this. What are some beliefs you hold that could also be proven wrong? How do you feel like you would respond? In what ways could that be a positive thing? Do you sometimes feel trapped in life's day-to-day? What are ways you can remedy that situation? I had to stop here for a sweet snack on the ride home, but I ended up with this bagel on steroids, which turned out to be really good. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the walk today. I still have a pretty treacherous hike up the mountain to my apartment when the DD driver drops me off at campus. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with any questions or thoughts you may have. We'll see you next week.